JM and the AM. We know how to welcome guests from Israel. Yishai Ribo is a good choice to say shalom, shalom to our prominent guests from Israel. Who's going to help me introduce our guests from Israel? Well, you've been hearing him for over 30 years on these airwaves. He is the number one kosher wine sommelier on planet Earth. Is it sommelier or sommelier? How do you pronounce it? What do you say when you try to describe what you do?
Tomato.
No, but what do you say seriously? How do you pronounce it? Is it a sommelier? Is that the right one?
Sommelier.
Sommelier. I don't know why I thought the R was more prominent. I'm confusing myself for no reason. He is the world's number one kosher wine sommelier. He is the one, the only Jay
Buchsbaum.
And he's back. A return visit with friends from Israel in our studio representing the Tabor Winery. We have Or Nadbach. I hope I pronounced that properly. He is the winemaker. Imagine that, Jay. We have the actual winemaker here in New Jersey. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. And he's here with us. Shalom, shalom, boker tov.
Boker tov, shalom.
Who's watching the wine? Who's watching the grapes if he's here? I need to know.
It's right before the harvest.
I shouldn't panic. He's left good people there.
I hope so.
To take care of things.
Oh, don't worry.
He actually has a staff. Because Jay, when I leave, everyone's in a panic. but when the winemaker leaves, I can imagine what goes on.
As long as it's not a staph infection.
Is that a bad one? Lucky it's Father's Day Sunday. It's a nice dad joke. So lucky it's Father's Day on Sunday. And with R, and with us here in studio is Roy Harel, who is the business director for the Tabor Winery. Shalom, shalom. A pleasure to welcome you here.
Boker tov.
Boker tov. So Jay was just alluding to it. It's now June. What is the timing? What is the calendar when it comes to watching the grapes and knowing when to start acting at the right time?
So in Israel, we are very close to harvest, like almost in a month, because it's a warm climate region and because Tabor got vineyards all over Israel. So we're starting the harvest very early, something around July 20th.
Okay, so I was always under the impression that whenever we talk about harvest, it's closer to August, September. Is that only here, or is that...
Worldly speaking, it's generally at the end of August, September.
Right. But Israel's different.
But not only Israel, but any very hot weather climate, the grapes become, and you'll speak to it more to the point, but the grapes become... ready earlier.
All right. And what does it mean all over Israel? We've been promoting you guys as coming from the Galil, coming from the Galilee, being one of the stalwarts of the north, especially during these times when we want the northern part of Israel to thrive. And you're telling me that Tabor is not just in the northern region of Israel, but it's all over the entire state.
Yeah, so Tabor philosophy about vineyards is to be located at the best regions in Israel. And the best regions are high altitude ones. So we are going to the Upper Galil and the Golan Heights, the Upper Golan Heights, and in the middle, those mountains are like 1,000 meters above sea level.
Wow.
Also in the Gush Etzion area, Judean Hills, and Mitzpe Ramon. All of those are high altitude.
That's the Negev, no?
It's the Negev. It's a desert, but it's a high altitude one.
Really? I never
There's even
knew that.
snow there in the winter. Yeah,
in Mitzpe Ramon.
Yeah. Almost every winter.
Wow.
And
I guess it's good I went there in August.
So
I don't know. Was it too hot there in August?
I like it because it's really dry, and I love the hot weather when it's not humid.
I hear you.
Plus, you get to visit Yatvata, which has the best what? What does Yatvata have, Jay?
I have no idea.
Do gentlemen?
Choco.
Thank you. The best
ice cream.
The best chocolate milk and ice cream in Israel, Yatvata. Come on.
Yatvata. Okay, I'll remember that.
Anyway, that's on your way down. So I don't understand. The operation is as large down there and in the Gush as it is up north, or up north it's really the main center of Tabor?
The main center is in the north, near the winery. We have also the Syrian Heights, which is just above the Jordan Valley. And over there we have almost a third of our grapes. But the rest, all the premium ones, we are going to the Upper Galil and the Golan Heights and the Judean Hills.
Are you with Tabor from the beginning?
No. I started in Tabor 2014 as a winemaker, and I became the head winemaker 3 years ago.
How about yourself, Roy? Have you been with them since the very start?
No, I joined like 3.5 years ago, and we are just launching here in the States.
You're not a native Israeli.
I'm a native Israeli.
Are you?
Yeah.
What are your parents from Great Britain?
No.
South Africa.
South
Australia. South Africa.
We've been in relocation back in the 80s for 2 years. And as a kid in South Africa, the accent drops off really quick.
Yeah, it doesn't seem that way, but all right. Okay, you're holding something in your hand. What is that?
Yeah, we just launched this week in the States our new premium brand, Artisanal. We did a very, very long process in the winery to split it into two brands. The Tabor brand, which is easygoing everyday wine, and we have the Artisanal brand, which is the premium wines. And we're really excited. We do really well with the new brands in Israel, and we're just going to launch it this week with a lot of events.
So Jay would say that the Tabor brand label is for the regular people. The Artisanal is for the, come on, Jay, say it.
The Frenchman.
There you go. It's for the people that really appreciate a good wine. Here's how it's described online. The Artisanal series is described as a premium line highlighting specific vineyard sites and unique varietals. It features expressive terroir-driven whites like the crisp Sauvignon Blanc and the Chenin Blanc, which is the one that you're holding. Which one is that?
This one is the Rosé Barbera.
That's the Rosé.
Yeah.
And tell me about the grape that this comes from.
So the Barbera is actually a very unique grape. It's coming from Italy. You don't see it a lot in Israel. And the thing about it, it can preserve acid very, very well. And in a warm climate region like Israel, it's very important. And that's why we are doing rosé out of it, only rosé, because we need the acid for the balance, for the flavor, for the taste. And that's what's Barbera, and it's coming from the Golan Heights. Okay.
And then you have one here. The cab is in front of me, the Artisanal. And this comes from where? What region of Israel? Also the Golan or somewhere else?
So we have different Cabernet vineyards. We have in the Upper Galil, we have in the Golan Heights, and we have in the Judean Hills.
Wow.
Yes. So this one specifically, I don't know if they can see it.
No, but trust me, my description's good enough for them. Trust me.
This one specifically is a blend of different Cabernet vineyards. Right. It's not a single.
That seems to be the trend, these blends these days, right? The winemakers aren't satisfied with solo grapes. They like the blends, right, Jay?
Well, not only do they like the blends, but often different aspects from different vineyards, even different varieties in the same blend add to the complexity and to the flavor profile of a wine. So, for example, blends have been doing for thousands of years, or certainly hundreds of years, millennia.
Not a new concept.
In Bordeaux, which is some of the best wines in the world. Right. And Israelis, and some great wineries in Israel that are known for their blends. And they're not known for their specific individual varieties. So blends are really great. And even Herzog is doing a lot of their blends on a specific item, meaning a specific varietal like Cabernet from several different places, like the Quartet. But we're here to talk about Tabor. But yeah, this is a really great new direction, I think, that you're doing.
Roy, you know how many vineyards and wine labels there are in Israel now? I mean, it's gone
around 450 different wineries.
A lot. I mean, we had this conversation a couple of years ago. I think we were in the 200s, and now we're in the 400s, which is unbelievable. Yeah. How does a brand, a label, a company like this set itself apart? Because obviously there's, based on what we see on this side of the world, there's a select few of the Israeli labels that really make it here, and Tabor is obviously one of them. What is the secret behind the growth when you have all these competitors, or more accurately, all these colleagues in that space in Israel?
Yeah.
In Israel.
Great colleagues, and we try
a lot of good wine people.
Yeah, and we try to thrive all together, not all succeed. I think what sets us apart is we do really depth research regarding our customers, regarding our clients.
You know what they want.
And this is why we split the winery into two brands because we wanted to thrive in the premium sector and also in the mass market sector. And I think it talks to different clients, so you have to have a distinct strategy. And Artisanal is all about craftsmanship with a fine line between heritage and using high-end technology. And we have the best winemaker who does this amazing job.
So now the obvious next question, if you know what the customers want, do we here in the U.S. want something different than the general consumer in Israel? Like, are you noticing that we're really gravitating toward one thing from Tabor, and in Israel, the most popular wine is something else?
So sometimes we do adjustments for the U.S. markets, and some of our SKUs here in USA are just for the U.S. market in order to have the right solutions for the clients here. And but in general, I think that, you know, the world is warming up. We do 60% of our wines are whites and rosés, opposite to what's going on with other wineries in Israel. So we mainly focus on this. We're a warm climate country. We love Mediterranean food, and we think that whites and the rosé is the real thing for...
Those are the best pairings, huh?
Yeah, but I'd like to, you know, what I think one of the things that differentiates Tabor from virtually every other winery in Israel, almost every other wine, it's now become a little bit of a thing, is that they began their entire journey as vineyard growers, not as a winery. And it's only after they developed their expertise in the grapes and on the ground and in the vineyard did they become a winery. And so, and that, I think, continues to be the focus, meaning, you know, if you can make okay steak out of bad steak, you know, by putting it in the sous vide, et cetera, for a long time. But if you want to make great wine or great steak, you got to start out with great raw material. And that's where Tabor is coming from first and foremost. At least, you know, that's the message I always has been sending out about Tabor. So
how different is the United States palate in reference to the question I just asked compared to what they're drinking in Israel? Are we into the rosés and whites the way they are in Israel, or the way that they're gravitating toward those from Tabor?
I think that you're seeing a faster growth in Israel in the rosé and whites than you are in the States. But listen, you know, I've been on this soapbox for years.
Yeah.
I'm a big white wine advocate.
Correct.
I think it's much more, you know, usable in many more situations than red wines. And we as a drinking community have to get our acts together.
But we as a drinking community love the cabs, don't we?
Oh, yeah, we love those.
What's with the American Jews and the cabs? They love them.
You know, American Jews are following Americans.
That's
so,
what it is. This country loves cabs.
They need that opulence. They need that smack in your face.
Are you importing Tabor cabs?
Of course. But no.
Are they in all the retail establishments?
There is a big movement now towards especially whites and rosés.
Right.
And, you know, especially now during the summer, my goodness.
Are our guests aware of the fact that there's a big kosher retail place right across the street from us?
I'm going to bring them in there, hopefully, if they're open by the time we leave.
All right.
I think what also differentiates us regarding the reds is that we do the finesse in the reds, you know, not the smack in the face. We're looking
subtle,
for elegant wine, fine wine. We want it to be a good companion to food and not to overpower it. And I think this philosophy is also differentiates us from other wineries.
Roy Harel is here. Or Nadbach is here. We're talking about Tabor Winery in Israel. All right. Or not to get political, however, you're here and you're visiting from Israel, and obviously you know a lot about the northern region. Has it been difficult under the current circumstances to operate vineyards, which you described, the majority of them are in the Golan Heights and the Galil? Has it been difficult for you, your staff, the families involved, to get through this period of time and conduct a thriving business?
So yeah, in the last 3 years, the north of Israel is suffering. Even though the Israelis are used, you know, to war, and the north is always in some kind of war.
Right.
The last 3 years are different. It started October 7, and it was just at the end of the harvest, and almost half of the staff in the winery got recruited to the army, and that was very difficult to maintain, just the regular work in the winery. And then the next harvest, also in the Golan Heights and the Upper Galil, was just a war zone. So our vineyards suffered, our employees suffered, but we maintain our vineyard managers and in the winery to still make wine and good wines. And thank God, it looked like we are starting to get normal again.
I was just going to say, is that the situation today, that it looks like there's progress being made? And I'm not talking about the deals with the enemy. I'm talking about what practically is happening. Are you getting the feeling like things are starting to calm down?
It's looked like that. I hope so, but still many people are in army duty,
right.
and they're struggling because, they're going to like a month or two to the army, then they need to come back to normal life, and it's very, very difficult. But again, we are Israelis. We are strong. We're going to get through it.
Can't argue with that. One of the greatest, I don't want to say fears, but I guess concerns when it comes to the farming community here in the United States is the weather, because you never know, especially as summer approaches. There could be flood conditions. It could be a drought. I mean, you never know what. There could be hail in the middle of August. You have no idea what's going on here. The faith that a farmer here, or I guess anywhere, has to have is unbelievable. Are there extremes where you are that you're concerned about, or things are like sort of, from here to there, and you don't get the really extreme cases?
So what's good about Israel weather regarding wine, that it's pretty stable. If you look at other regions in the world, you can suffer
right.
in Burgundy and Bordeaux, in Australia, they can suffer different kind of extremes. In Israel, it's pretty stable. We have some heat extremes, but you won't see during the summer no hails, no rains that can hurt the grapes. So we got
no frost.
Nothing to complain about.
There's no frost one night.
There is frost during the springtime. Yeah,
but I'm saying this time of year you wouldn't have it.
Yeah.
And so it's funny because you travel and obviously you're concerned about what's going on there, but weather, which is one of the biggest issues, you really don't have to worry about.
No.
It's interesting.
I'm not worried about it.
Yeah. It's interesting because, again, there are regions of the world where someone travels away from where they're based, and the one thing they wake up every morning, the first thing they do is check the weather.
Yeah, the consistency of Israeli wines and vintages is quite good. You don't see that in Bordeaux. In fact, the pricing of Bordeaux wines can vary tremendously from vintage to vintage, and that's because there really is there can be really great variation. You don't see that in Israel, and I think Tabor is one of the most of all the consistency that you see generally. Tabor is one of the most consistent, if not the most consistent.
You and I have had a history when it comes to vintages, because even I, a novice in wine, as you remember, was able to tell a difference when it's drastic between one year and another, especially when there's really one really good year, right. And you're able to, even someone like myself can tell what kind of difference is. Do you have a clue what this upcoming harvest will be like? Do you have an idea, this is going to be a really good one, or we just have no idea in June what's going to happen?
I got no idea.
No idea.
We always aim for the best.
Of course.
To do the best. We can control the weather.
Right.
And the weather gonna impact the quality.
What year was remarkable? Give me a year where you said, wow. This is
2016.
2016. Yeah. We still have 2016 as the standard 10 years later.
One of the best vintages.
Wow. Remember that year, Jay? 2016?
Yeah, I think 03, 04 were amazing.
Seriously?
Yeah. 2011 was great.
Oh, yeah.
Cool year.
So nothing in the last 10 years made it to that really top level?
Maybe 19 was pretty good. Yeah.
Wow. We're due for a good one, Jay. I mean, come on. We're due for...
Baby.
Say that again. All right. The Artisanal series we mentioned, the Har series is Tabor's vibrant, approachable, and budget-friendly entry-level label, featuring widely popular everyday selections like the Har Chardonnay and Har Cabernet Sauvignon. Is the Har still a label, still a category?
So we changed it
to Tabor?
To Tabor. No mountain. The mountain is just with a gold foil on the label.
On the label, right. Har Tabor is a biblical reference.
Why don't you tell us about it?
I wish I would remember, but I know we read it at some point, don't we? Yes. Don't we read about Har Tabor? Isn't Har Tabor a very prominent place in Jewish history? Am I right?
It is. It's not only Jewish. It's also for the Christians and also for the Arabs.
What do they call it? What do the Christians call it?
Don't remember. I think Mount Tabor.
Do they call it that?
But
go no.
So it's really important mountain. So there were a lot of wars going on this mountain in order to control it and control the area.
And do you have a lot of vineyards on that mountain itself?
On the foothills of the mountain. Yeah.
Yeah, there are no vineyards on the mountain, only on the foothills. So around the winery, we have plenty of vineyards, only white grape. And the reds are going higher in altitude.
Roy, are you ready for a quiz question?
Sure.
If you go online, what do the experts online call the flagship wine of Tabor? What's the how do you say flagship? Like
flagship,
the premier, the premier, the most prominent example. No, not just, what is it?
Malkia.
Guy knows his stuff.
He better.
The premier offering is the single vineyard Malkia, a 100% Cabernet Sauvignon sourced from the Upper Galilee.
I also, I want to tell you that many years ago, there's the Wine Spectator has once a year a
rating system?
Editor choice.
A ranking system?
No. They have once a year where they
0
have
to 100, Jay? What is it?
They have a show where they invite only certain wineries.
Nice.
The first winery from Israel. I don't know if you know this. The first winery from Israel that was invited to the wine experience, which is what the Wine Spectators thing is called, was Tabor.
Mm-hmm. Very nice call.
And this goes back, I think, about 15 years ago.
Something like that, yeah.
So, it's amazing.
All right, this is obviously a wine that's making inroads here and internationally. And, hey, we always say, if you're going to buy wine, buy Israeli wine, right? I mean, come on.
You bet.
Support our brothers and sisters in the Holy Land, Jay. When you deliver your next case of wine to a friend, you're heading over for a Friday night meal or for a weekend, what does Jay do? Everyone else brings a bottle of wine. Jay brings a case of wine.
Yeah, there you go.
You make sure it's a case of Israeli wine, preferably from Tabor.
Absolutely.
Can you handle that?
Absolutely.
You'll slap the case yourself?
You got it.
You'll get someone to carry it for you.
You got it.
I need to know how that works. Finally, there is a visitor center. At least that's what they say online.
Yeah.
There is a visitor center. In all seriousness, is this something that tourists can just come in at any time? Are you open every day? Like, what's the story up there?
It's open, Sunday till Friday noontime, because on Shabbat it's closed.
Right. Understood.
And we welcome tourists, of course, if it's packed with people, so we can't have just walk-ins. But if it's not packed, of course, walk-ins are welcome.
And there are wine tastings?
Yeah. The wine tasting.
Do they get to see the region at all? Do they get to see what's going on up there?
They get to see the barrel room, and they have tours around the winery.
Nice. You ever smell those barrel rooms? Oh, I could spend the whole day in there.
Oh, yeah.
So good. You know what I'm talking about. You don't know what I'm talking about?
No idea.
Am I right? The barrel rooms smell great, or am I dreaming this?
It's a dream room for me.
Seriously. It has this incredible aroma, right?
And it's always nice weather climate when it's hot. You go in and you chill.
You cool off.
And you taste some really nice wines.
Listen, we have somebody here who knows nothing about the aroma of wine. When next time he's in Israel, could you invite him up
please.
and let him experience
I want to learn a little bit about wine.
Well, send him to the WSCT.
I mean, come on, Jay. There you go. Have you visited, by the way?
Of course.
You've been up to Tabor?
I haven't been there in too long.
Your driver knows how to get there?
I drive myself.
You went yourself? It must be like a 3-4 hour drive for you.
I drive myself everywhere in Israel. Nobody else does from the company. Not Nathan.
Nobody drives themselves?
Oh, no. But
you insist.
I insist.
It's amazing, I'll tell you. I'm shocked there aren't people in Israel fighting to actually drive you around.
No, you know what's great about driving in Israel? Aside from the wine business, you get stopped by a cop, right? You get stopped by a cop in New Jersey, you're zittering.
Of course.
Yiddish for you're shivering.
You're very nervous.
You're very nervous. You get stopped by a cop in Israel,
You don't worry?
You know, my brother, I'm from New Jersey. I don't know what's going on. You know, he gives you a hard time. But come on, you know, it's like even though he's the cop, he's still your brother.
Jay, I'm saddened to hear saddened to hear that you've had this experience. It sounds like you've become very familiar with some of the police officers.
I wish I could say it was only once.
My God, I see the officers are patrolling your area very well. As Jay makes his way up north, it seems he's making multiple stops.
And then, of course, they say, "Oh, you're from New Jersey? Do you know my brother, my cousin?"
Has that happened to you? No.
Yes.
You're serious?
Of course.
Jay, you're the king, no matter where you go.
Yeah, I don't know.
They know you're the number one kosher wine sommelier. The cops are friendly. They want a free bottle of wine. That's why they know you're connected.
I still got the ticket.
Really? Does it help? I would think it would help somewhat. All right, check it out. Your job to remind us, all these labels we discussed this morning are in all the major retail outlets, right?
Yes.
It is a kosher wine.
Either they are or they will be.
Okay.
Remember, they just were introduced. This new branding was just introduced. Right. So they're just getting out to the market now.
All right, I'm looking for the name Tabor. What other label names are we looking for?
Artisanal.
That's it.
Those are the two. If you know Tabor and Artisanal, you're all set.
Yeah.
And Mendy across the street will be very familiar with these.
I think he's already got them.
He's got them already?
I believe so. I don't know. But we're going to stop there now. I hope they'll be open by then. I'm not sure.
You're in one of the big, and I'm being serious now, you're in one of the biggest, well, you must know this, one of the biggest kosher wine retail regions of the United States, Bergen County, New Jersey, right? Yeah. It's one of the largest ones. Yeah. I mean, what's bigger than this?
Very big Zionist.
The five boroughs and Lakewood, maybe.
5 towns, you mean?
And the 5 boroughs.
Oh, 5 boroughs, 5 towns.
And Lakewood are probably the only ones that can compete with Bergen County, right?
Right.
Simple as that. Anyway, you know what I noticed the other day?
What?
I spoke to the great Nathan Herzog.
All right.
And I said to him, do you remember when we were on the air, when the first kosher wine store opened up in Lakewood, New Jersey?
Wine on the 9.
Correct. And of course he says yes. Do you know how many there are now? You can't imagine.
Like 30 or something?
Who has the area? Who's in charge of Lakewood in your company? Do you even know?
Well, Kobe oversees it, but, Kobe is and he lives here.
Right.
He used to have a pizza shop here 100 years ago.
I remember that. And I need to know who's doing my neighborhood. Who's doing the Lower East Side of Manhattan now? Do you have any idea? You have any clue who's responsible?
I never heard of the Lower East Side.
You have any idea who's responsible for Lower Manhattan these days?
Not really.
No idea, Jay. Can you find out for me? Can you find out for me? I'll tell you why. Because there's a very fancy, very active wine store on Grand Street, which has only limited Israeli wine. They need a...
So what the answer to that is, as a consumer, you walk in there and you say to him...
I demand!
I want my...
Tabor!
Artisanal.
I must have Tabor!
Exactly.
I must have an Artisanal immediately.
Right. And you know what? The next day they don't have it.
You think so?
We deliver every day to them.
So they know who to call.
Exactly.
All right. I thank you. Kol hakavod, toda rabah. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you for having us.
I hope you've enjoyed this adventure.
Oh, yeah.
We did.
And I look forward to visiting you up north. As long as Jay drives. Because I don't know how to deal with the cops.
With the cops.
All right, Jay, you set before we say goodbye to the audience? You set to take a spin here?
Go ahead.
All right, Sid, where's your phone?
All right.
So here's what you have to do while I speak to my audience. You got to go to the following website. You ready?
Hold on.
Remember, you have a chance. Oh, and one of the prizes is a case of Israeli wine. One of the prizes is Legends seats at Yankee Stadium.
Oh, wow.
You know what Legends is, right?
No idea.
It's where they have the free kosher buffet.
Oh, okay.
All you could eat.
What's up, baby?
All you could eat.
Yeah. What's up, guys?
Oh, there's a lot of action here today.
A lot of action. Where am I going?
A ticket to Israel is one of the prizes, or $1,800 cash. Go to Raise It, RAYZE.IT.
Go ahead.
/NSN. RAYZE.IT/NSN. And take out your credit card. Put in all your information.
And okay.
You got it? Should be 10 prizes there.
Foundation for Jewish.
There you go. That's us. Put in your credit card. You have a credit card on you today? You left it at home.
No, I have it.
I can't believe he's doing this on the air for us. You are a friend, boy. You are a friend.
You just hustled me for $3.60.
Momish. Well, it may not be. You can get $1. You can get it for $1.
Okay.
It's anywhere from $1 to $3.60. You got to spin the wheel.
Okay.
And see what. With the luck of the folks from Tabor, you're going to get a good number.
Okay, where do I go? How it works? One of the prizes? Where do I go?
Put in your credit card information.
Doesn't ask. Where do I put the credit card information?
It's not there? No wonder we're not selling enough tickets. There's no place to put in the credit card. Okay, right here.
Where?
Boy, got to teach Jay how to use a phone. Guy knows how to drive in Israel, but he doesn't know how to use a regular cell phone. You see it there?
Yeah.
It's all cool.
Got it.
And what you do is you spin the wheel, see what you get. A week from Monday, we draw 10 prizes. You're eligible for all of them. Every single person who joins in the raffle is eligible for all 10 prizes, literally. And we've had people in the past who won more than one. I think it's Bring Your Children to Work Day in this building, it sounds like. Wow. Nobody makes me aware. That's the problem with between school and camp, Jay. That's what happens. Nobody knows what to do with the kids between school and camp. All right. If you want to do it at home, it's RAYZE. It's Raise It. RAYZE.IT/NSN. RAYZE.IT/NSN. Let's see how Jay does. Are you ready?
Hold on.
What's the story there? Oh, everyone's waiting with anticipation.
It takes me a moment.
Everyone's waiting with bated breath to see how Jay Buchsbaum does. He's been such a loyal person to this outfit for the last 35 years. Maybe he'll be lucky enough to get the one. Or maybe we'll be lucky and he'll give a $360 donation for his raffle ticket. You never know, folks. I'll pray for the $360. Brenda's praying for the one. That's for sure. You think your wife's praying for the one? You did it? You spun?
No, not in memory. Let's see.
Nah, you don't have to do that. That's up to you.
Play.
Here we go. Is it spinning? Take the microphone to your mouth.
It's spinning.
Take the microphone. Take the microphone. What's the first number?
94 cents.
What? What's the first number? You got the $94.
Oh, $94.
You got your raffle ticket for $94.
All right.
In fact, it just came through. Wow. Oh, God, we were praying Jay would be at 360. What happens?
Now, how do I know what I
Excuse me, I'm in the middle of speaking to the Holy One. Excuse me.
I hear you.
God, I prayed so hard that Jay would get the 360. How did he end up at the 90? What was it, 94? Congratulations.
You're welcome.
And thank you for the donation.
No, thank you.
And a week from Monday, you may be a winner of one or more of 10 fabulous prizes.
There you go.
Acheinu b'Yisrael and Achim Achem, our brothers and sisters in Israel, we are with you. It's your favorite America's one and only Jewish Moments in the Morning radio program. Heard on listeners-sponsored digital radio. Around the world, the web at NachumSegal.com and the Nachum Segal Network, and, of course, the beloved NSN app. Wraps up an amazing Wednesday here at JMM. Big thank you to our friends from Tabor in Israel. Big thank you to the number one kosher wine sommelier on planet Earth. You know him as Jay Buchsbaum. And a big thank. Hey, I'm in a. Say it again. For $94, you're not doing shtick.
No, I mean the.
Okay. At $360, you'd be doing it twice.
I got you. Okay. Well,
that's what happens when you're pressed for time. Hey, Jay, it's radio after all. Come on. You really want to do it?
No, go ahead. Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is the number one kosher wine sommelier on planet Earth. Let's give a big thank you to the one and only Jay
Buchsbaum.
There you go.
And we miss him, too. What's his name?
Shia. Boy, do we miss him. And he loved kosher wine. Yeah. Oh, we can't do this. The show's ending. Have a fabulous Wednesday. Till tomorrow, Nachum Segal reminding you, remember the past, live the present, and trust the future.